in a quaint village within the Ottoman Empire during the late 1500s, named Amir, who was just 18 years old. From a young age, he had immersed himself in the teachings of esteemed scholars and skilled warriors, aspiring to join the ranks of the Ottoman cavalry. His ancestry was celebrated for its powerful fighters, yet for Amir, it wasn't physical prowess that hindered him, it was his mind. Despite his remarkable strength and abilities, he was perpetually plagued by doubts and incessant overthinking. In training, he found himself second-guessing every action, his mind inundated with questions. What if I fail? What if I dishonor my family? What if my future is bleak? These relentless thoughts burdened him, hindering his grace and precision compared to his fellow soldiers. His mind was ensnared in a tangle of worries about the past and future. This propensity to overthink wasn't unfamiliar. It had taken root after the passing of his mother during his childhood. Since that day, his father, Yusuf, had shouldered the responsibility of raising him. Yusuf, often anxious about what lay ahead, would pace the floor at night, murmuring prayers, always be ready for the worst. Amir, anticipate every possible misfortune, he would advise. While these words aimed to protect Amir, they instead fostered a deep-seated anxiety within him. One particularly challenging day of training culminated in Amir losing control of his emotions. He had quarreled with his father the night before, and that conversation lingered in his thoughts. Frustration bubbled within him, and during a sparring match, he unleashed that anger on his opponent, discarding all discipline. The instructors swiftly intervened, enraged by his outburst. Amir, control your mind, one scolded. A true warrior is not only skilled with the sword, but has conquered his own heart. Before Amir could respond, an elder stepped forward. It was Shaykh Abdul Rahman, a venerated scholar in the village, known for guiding people in the teachings of the Quran and the ways of the Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Let him come with me, the sheikh said gently. I see his struggle, but the solution lies not in his strength but in his trust in Allah. The next morning, Amir met the sheikh by a serene stream that bordered the village. Offering a bowl to Amir, Shaykh Abdul Rahman instructed him, fill this with water and bring it back to me. Amir complied, filling the bowl and returning to the sheikh. Now, what can you learn from this water about your thoughts? The sheikh asked. Amir looked perplexed. I'm not certain, sheikh. It's just water. It fills the bowl, but outside of the stream, it's no longer part of the flow. Shaykh Abdul Rahman smiled knowingly. Exactly. And like this water, your thoughts, when they drift from the natural stream of trust in Allah, become ensnared. You attempt to control your fate while forgetting that Allah governs all affairs. Just as the water follows the current, you must learn to trust in Allah's guidance. You overthink because you believe worrying can change your destiny, but true trust in Allah is what serves you best. He continued, Allah says in the Quran, and whoever relies upon Allah, He is sufficient for him 65-3. This teaches us that no amount of planning or worrying will alter what has already been decreed. Patience and reliance on Allah are key in overcoming your overthinking. Every hardship is a test, and your fears stem from the uncertainty of the future, a future that only Allah controls. For the following weeks, Amir adhered to Shaykh Abdul Rahman's advice. Every morning he sat by the stream, meditating on Allah's names, focusing on Al-Razak, the provider, and Al-Qadir, the omnipotent. As he inhaled, he reminded himself of Allah's sovereignty, and as he exhaled, he released his anxieties about the future. Gradually, he learned to loosen his grip on his thoughts and place his faith in Allah's wisdom. As time progressed, Amir found tranquility, not in knowing every answer but in believing that whatever came to pass was part of Allah's grand plan. His training improved not due to increased strength, but because his mind was no longer a cluttered maze of doubt. He found serenity in the remembrance of Allah and began to feel lighter, more present, and more connected to the world around him. One day, Amir faced an important test during a battle simulation. In the past, he would have scrutinized every move, but this time he released his worries and surrendered to Allah's guidance. He allowed his actions to flow naturally and, for the first time, emerged victorious not just in battle, but over the turmoil that once engulfed his mind. Standing in the aftermath, the words of Shaykh Abdul Rahman resonated within him. When you let go of the need to control everything and place your trust in Allah, that is when you find true freedom. Thank you for joining us in this tale of overthinking through faith, and trust in Allah. If this story inspired you, consider subscribing to our channel for more Islamic reflections and powerful life lessons. Share this video with someone who may be grappling with their own thoughts. And remember, true strength is born from inner peace. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss our next story. May Allah guide and bless you all.